everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Jim's an onion. You got to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
He's not just a basic Bears fan.
Going into it, I was like, what is this? Like, what could this be? And then, like, I have to, like, hide my Jim face, but I didn't.
My Jim face. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like your Carbon World Health face? What are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
The
Jim,
face I make when I...
His resting Jim face.
My resting Jim face. The face that...
The resting Rutledge face.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
So...
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. At the Mountain Blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
The fact that you heard Molly Brown lets you know that Matt Hamilton not in today, as Molly does the Crush a Coors Light. I'm Jim Rutledge in the Everlight Solar Studio, primetime Warsham behind the glass, and Molly is in Milwaukee, the WTMJ studios. And look, it is good to be in a studio today, primetime. Molly, you were out. Yesterday's show was a logistical disaster to start, and none of it was my fault.
No.
Ryan still has anxiety over this right now, I can tell.
I don't get anxiety over these things anymore. I just have, like, reluctant acceptance. It's just, it happens every once in a while.
Let me tell you something. It's about accepting what's happening, not trying to control it.
It's embracing the chaos, just saying, this is okay, you'll be okay, we'll get through this.
Yes.
Telling myself that over and over, writing it on the wall. Red rum, red rum, red rum. Jim Rutledge, red rum. Red rum, Jim Rutledge.
Great.
Oh.
Jim Rutledge.
Never mind. I don't like being in the Everlight Solar Studio. So
You're on his hit list.
He is the hit list, Molly.
I feel like the Steve Buscemi in Billy Madison, where he's got that list. Have you seen it where he's crossing people off the list?
Oh, yes, I have seen that. Yes. God, I forgot that's in that movie.
So, about 2 minutes before the show, Molly, the internet at my house, I'm talking to Jesse and Ryan, and the team's call just freezes.
Ooh.
And I was like, okay, that's whatever, must just froze. And then I look down and I see flashing red lights on my router underneath the desk, and I'm like, that can't be good. So I do the old unplug the router thing. At the same time, trying to set up the cradle point, and I put the plug in the wrong hole for the cradle point, and so that wasn't working. And so we had to start the show, Ryan, with me.
Just black screen.
Black screen. No screen to start the show, but I was on the the phone system, basically, how we could do the show. Wired AirPods.
It's basically what Molly's...
It's how Jason does it from the sidelines.
Yes,
from the sidelines of Packers practice.
Yes.
You just plug it into your phone, and that's how you do the show. Not ideal.
I will
Plug
say,
it in.
similar to what Wilde and Tausch does with Jason, I was able to find a photo of you to use, so I did have something to put on the video screen.
Oh, my God.
The only one I had available in our video streaming software is just the one of Jim's when he got a buzz cut. What was that, 8 months ago, where he looked horribly bald. It's the one where we play the audio.
Because he couldn't join on the video, or he couldn't join the video, so it was just like a still image of him?
Yes, I just had a still image of Jim.
Oh, my God.
That was all I could use, because there was just nothing else available.
Show us!
It'll take me 1 second to pull it back up.
God.
But yes, it was our temporary fix until we got Jim back on the video, which you can now see on
I was going to say, why didn't you just have
him
him join through the video how I do?
Well, because he couldn't do that because he was using his phone in order to join the audio at the time. So he couldn't do it for both. But thankfully, we had this image that you can now see on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. I believe, like I said, it was the one Jim took when he got a buzz cut for the first time.
Now. What are you saying? Why are you so upset by this photo, Jim? You look the same.
More the angle. I don't know.
This was the photo that I think started the Jim Rutledge senior citizen social media bit that we like to do on the show.
Potentially.
Old Rutledge
This was started
is
Jim's
again.
desire to get
Molly, at this point, I have a complex of any photo of myself. I don't know why. but I just developed a complex.
Well, I
mean, I don't follow you on social to see if you post anything of yourself, but I mean, I do follow you. I just have you muted. But do you really have a complex? You post still on socials, I'm assuming. Should I look right now? I'll look right
around you. I have a complex. How about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you made him insecure, Molly.
Yeah, this show, not just Molly, the entire show. You're all in on it.
We did build a whole segment about it. It did happen.
Yeah. So
Old Rutledge is at it again.
There was a moment today. There was an old Rutledge is at it again. I forgot what happened.
You walked out of the
the
ESPN Madison office without your cell phone, and then you couldn't get back in, so you had to go through the back door in order to get back in.
Studio door. Yes.
Back door of the studio. Yes, correct.
Anyways.
Loves a good back.
I knew I should have talked sooner.
Jim had an old man thing on a meeting that we were on because he's sitting in a giant conference room by himself, nobody around, and he has headphones plugged in, Ryan. And I'm talking old school headphones with the little microphone, like the old Apple ones. That's weird, isn't it?
I have noticed you've been using those a lot more. Just as the earbud, the old school Apple earbuds.
Well, full disclosure, I think that still looks better. Now, Molly's fair. I don't need to have it in for a meeting when I'm the only one in the room, but I've been working on my pronunciation, and so I was doing my pronunciation exercise.
That's
beforehand.
true. That's true, actually.
We bullied him into this too.
Yeah.
Yes, I did notice Jim was doing this on Monday. He went into a closed conference room, closed the door, had his earbuds in, so he could practice saying
superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. The amount that this show. Basically, I have a separate therapy session just for this show. You and
ChatGPT talking out?
Yeah. So
can you expense that since it's a work, it's work
this
related?
Close, it's going to be.
Or do you have to pay for that?
Workman's comp at this point. It's damaged my mental health. So, anyways, I think it looks better than the McDonald's headset that some of our teammates wear, and so that's why I went with the plug-in because you can then you can have. I know it's old school look, but you can have the dangly Apple with the microphone, with the old school 9 1/4 inch plug-in, the male to the female plug-in for a computer, as opposed to the headset that some wear that looks like they work at McDonald's.
I have those headsets.
I know.
I never use them unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah, well, right now in your current training position, it makes sense to have it.
I don't even use it in my current training position.
Well, so you don't call anyone. But if you did, then you would have that on. And I worked at McDonald's, so I have it gives me stress of having to work at McDonald's and take people's orders. So I don't like it. Anyways,
it's all of Jim's trauma today.
Yeah, well, that's just what happens when I host with Molly. She digs it all up for me.
Bucket dump on us.
Yeah, well, bucket dumping. The internet is finally back at my house, and it is hard to go with about 24 hours without the internet. And
so wait, it just came back. I think you told us right before the show. It came back at 2 p.m.
Yes, and it shut out at 3:58 yesterday. The internet company, I won't name them because it's not necessarily their fault. I just wish I was given notice that they were doing this. They decided, and this could have been affecting other internet companies as well and phone companies, because the weird thing is, sometimes you're accidentally prophetic. Where I was driving home, we went to the zoo on Sunday, and we're driving back from the zoo, and we saw all these orange flags in the ground. And I'm like, I wonder what work they're going to do in the spring, because they planted all these orange flags in the ground, so it's like they're going to dig some stuff up. Lo and behold, the spring was Monday. They were digging up apparently all the fiber optics that work for my internet and other people's internet, some phones in the area. The Oregon School District phones didn't work today because of this. But they dug them all up.
Seems safe.
Right. Dug them all up and then replaced them because the internet's finally back. But being unaware of it and not having a plan for it is a bit jarring. Because, for an example, I have a Nest thermostat that's hooked up to the internet. So, for a minute, you're like, wait, does my heat not work? It does work, in case you're wondering. But I did have to ask ChatGPT, hey, does my heat still work if my internet is out? Because I can't.
Why wouldn't you just, instead of ChatGPT, why wouldn't you just go look at your thermostat and be like, does it still say that the heat's on?
It had the set number there. I just didn't know what would happen later on. Because it would flash up Wi-Fi disconnected. It wouldn't really show the number. It would just keep on showing Wi-Fi disconnected. So I just wanted to double check. Because it did show the number of 67 degrees. But I was like, is that for now? Or is that going to drop? Because if it's going to drop, awesome. No, but That's connected to it.
So basically, but you couldn't like adjust the temperature in your house if you wanted to.
Correct.
Whoa.
And then like all of the
what if it like all of a sudden became like 70 degrees?
Yeah, exactly.
Then what do you do? You're like, I'm just gonna roast.
Yeah, die
fine.
Apparently. Yeah.
I mean, Ryan would be
like
happy,
losing the internet is really way more than just like not having TV or playing Google, music off your Google Nest or whatever.
You can't watch TV at all if there's no internet, right? Like there's nothing connected to your.
I did use my phone at the end
You
of
can
the
do
night.
it on your phone, but that's.
No, I meant like I used it as a personal hotspot and we watched like.
No, that's nice.
But then my
that's
oldest daughter was really upset with me because I wouldn't do it for her TV as well, and I'm like, we don't need to be streaming 6 devices off my phone. Like, if you want to come down here and watch this with Mom and I, have at it. Otherwise,
doesn't she have a hotspot on her phone? That she could have done it to her TV.
We're not teaching her that. So yeah,
good call.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty smart.
Because it's the same.
Why? You act like a hotspot is like something like it's literally internet. What do you mean?
But I guess I don't know. Maybe this is the plan we have. But every year in the summer, I get a notification from Verizon. It says, internet or phone user, and it's my brother, has used up all your personal hotspots space for the entire month because he'll go up north and they don't have cable up there, so he just runs the hotspot up there for all their devices, and then he burns up our allotted hotspot time for the phone.
And your daughter's how old again?
12.
Yeah, if I'm a 12-year-old, I'd just start using that thing willy-nilly. Like, I'd overuse the hell out of that. I would start using it like on the bus on the way to school just so I can do homework.
But a hotspot is...
I'm just saying for our plan. I know what you're saying.
I don't think a 12-year-old is like, I'm going to sit on a bus and do my homework. What are you talking about, Ryan?
Okay. I
She'd
do
be
that.
like, best friend, you don't have cellular data.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine. That's what she would do it for.
Yes.
She's
I
not
would
going to be
use
like,
it that
let me
way.
finish my math homework.
Molly, I was
Nerd.
speaking from my own experience. Yes, I as the nerd would do that. I can only imagine what any other kid my age would have been doing at the
People
same
with
time.
friends have just a
It's
totally
crazy.
different set of circumstances there, Ryan.
Actually, probably even worse. They have more commitments in that case.
That's true. So losing the internet for basically 24 hours was a big kick in the shins. So the question I have to ask, 844-770-3776, that's Carl's Talking text line. This is more. Siding them with a poll question is, what's the most annoying utility to lose?
I mean, electricity seems like it'd be pretty freaking annoying. No?
That would be tough.
Because then it's like, what? Your heat goes out, I think.
Yep.
Unless it's
Yep.
gas. I guess I don't know how that Your hot water goes out, doesn't it? Or how does that work? Your
You'd have
internet
stored
goes
hot
out.
water for a little bit, I guess.
Do you? Okay. Your appliances will go out for God knows how long. Your sump pump, I think, goes out. So your basement could flood. I think it's how it's all electricity would be the worst. And I don't even know, knock on wood, God, I hope that nothing is gonna jinx me right now. But I don't think we've lost power for more than 10 seconds in the house we've been in. So I've never been in that situation. But I'm trying to think what other utility. I mean, internet sucks. When that goes out, you're just like, what do I do with my life? It's terrible.
And you realize oh wow, everything is connected to the internet. Just basic things. You're like, oh my God. Thank God I didn't connect my refrigerator to the internet. Why you would do it, I don't know. But you can. I haven't. But there's so many things you connect to the internet that I don't even bother to connect to the internet. And thankfully, because it'd just be a bigger pain in the butt. Because if it goes down, you're just out. Losing electricity is bad. I had an issue a couple summers ago where I could only power some of the things to my house. And I don't long story short, there was something wrong with the electrical box, that the actual the box was worn out, and so it couldn't give me full power to my house, which was then triggering my smoke detectors. So they were going on upstairs and downstairs, triggering on and off at the exact opposite time. It's damn hot. To the point where I had to turn off all the power in my house, and they still were going. And I thought I was in a horror movie like The Shining, and I was going to lose my mind.
It's the fire alarm. Or
yeah, smoke detector. Yeah.
Yes, because those run off batteries.
They run on batteries, too. Yep. So then I literally went around and took every one of them off and took the battery out of them because I was going to lose my mind.
I had that happen to me once. That's you think you're crazy.
Yeah.
Where you're like, why isn't this stopping?
20 of them going off.
Oh, my gosh. That would be the worst.
I would die.
Yeah. So
bad.
I literally had to go outside, and I couldn't escape it because you just hear it from the street.
Yes, and it's just that loud chirp.
It just followed you along. It's not the chirp. It's the actual alarm.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Opposite,
no.
But opposite
fire.
of each other, too.
It's the worst.
Yes.
Oh.
So I had to call my good friend Mike at Edge Construction, and I'm like, hey, can you send your electrician over? Because I'm going to murder someone if this doesn't go away soon. They got their electrician out the next, because this, of course, happened over like Labor Day or Memorial Day, one of the holidays. He got his electrician out there, first non-holiday, and he was able to fix it so it stopped doing that and then replace part of the grid in there, and it was fixed. Then a year later, opening day, I had a fence replaced like a couple months earlier. And apparently, even though I called Digger's Hotline...
Is your fence on internet too?
Well, it affected my internet because the people that dug new holes didn't actually pay attention. And when they were digging new holes for the fence, they cut the internet line. And so that had to be replaced. But then that was not such a big deal. They nicked a power line, and then all of a sudden... My wife calls when I'm at opening day, and she's like, hey, the power's doing that thing again where it's only half coming to the house. So I had to call Alliant, and they're like coming out, and they're like, actually, this time it's coming from your, like, the power's not getting to your house, so it's not a problem with your house. I was like, great. So I have PTSD for what happened last time, but at least this time it's not our fault. So then they had to dig up all around the post and redo the line, the whole thing. So I've always had water, knock on wood, but I've lost power in the most annoying ways, and I've lost internet.
So the worst one I ever lost was, I think it was 3 years ago. I've actually told this story a few times on the show, where I lost heat in my apartment, like in late November when it was like dipping down to like 20, 15 degrees at night. We didn't have heat in our apartment for like a full 10 days because the furnace in the building was broken.
Oh my God.
And
Jeez,
that's
did you get
Can't
free
you
rent?
sue?
Oh, trust me. We were talking to the landlord for a while. She was not doing anything, and she was just like, it's just going to take this long to replace the furnace. Sorry, guys. And it's like, do you knock off our rent? I think she took maybe, I want to say like $200 off of our $1,600 rent for 3 people. And we're walking around our apartment like fully in like 4 blankets just to like get up and like get out of bed.
Yeah.
It was brutal. And I remember at the time I had a job where like I had to just basically be typing all day, and it was like the actual mental effort to take my hands out from under the blankets to type for like more than 3 seconds felt like I was doing wind sprints. Like that's how much endurance I needed just to keep my hands like warm for that long.
Okay, but like
that was the worst.
Why didn't you go to like a coffee shop or something? Like you could have gone somewhere and gotten some internet, like and been warm.
Rent.
But that's the thing is, these would be like 6-hour-long shifts, and I'd be doing them like until like 10 p.m. at night.
Go to the library or something.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like I want to be at home, but at the same time, home is like as cold as it is outside. So yeah, maybe I should have just sat in a McDonald's parking lot and done it, honestly. But yeah, that one was brutal.
Is this the same place that you reside in currently
No,
with a
it is
broken
not.
window?
No. This one.
You
Okay.
might have a slumlord situation going on.
You guys think the current place I live is a bit haphazard? This place was an absolute just. I don't even want. I'm not going to put out the name of the company that I bought that we rented the apartment from, but I mean, this place was $1,600 for 3 people in the Madison area, which is incredibly cheap. Yeah. It was that cheap for a reason. I will say that. It was wood panel walls.
Oh yeah.
And the entire like second floor, because it was a 2-story house essentially. We just had the second floor, and the second floor was all wood paneling, and it was probably shag carpeting across the entire thing. And it really hadn't been updated since the 70s.
A real ladies' man.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Lady killer. What are we talking about?
Honestly, it sounds like a murder house. So yeah.
It looked like a lady killer lived there. Honestly, truly.
Yeah,
I think one did, but
Jeffrey
sure.
Dahmer's documentary.
Yes, it really was. It was like that might have been Jeffrey Dahmer's place in Madison. And then the other one more recently in my current apartment. Now, this wasn't a massive issue because the landlord and the apartment company did a good job of notifying people, but they had signs around our apartment saying that the water would be out for like 2 to 3 hours during a few of the past days because they had to come in and have somebody fix the pipes. So they had to turn the water off and everything. So thankfully, they were doing it during times when it was like 10 to 1. Like times when people usually are at work. Now, usually I leave my apartment to come to work around 10. So I was in the middle of doing dishes, and then all of a sudden the water just stopped working. I was hand washing dishes, soap all over the place, and then the faucet just goes. It does that thing where it's just giving out, like it's just slowly dying.
It
and
spits at you? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And then it was just a
That
trickle.
would suck.
It was a trickle, and I was
At least you weren't.
Wash your hands with this.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you weren't in the shower.
Dude,
the shower would be worse.
That would have been an absolute nightmare. Mid-shower.
Just filmy with soap. Oh.
Oh, that would be disgusting. Yeah, so water and heat are two massive ones. If you don't have those for more than like 5 hours, you start to realize how big of a pain
See,
that
I lost
is.
heat in an apartment once, but I was on the top floor, so it was honestly not much of an effect because the heat would rise, and like my apartment was like 4 degrees cooler.
Okay.
And I was at that point, I'm like, what a ripoff! They gave me free heat. I don't need heat. Like,
Jim's like, I am the
Like,
heat.
can I exchange this for like electricity?
right, because it was unbelievable. I was like, actually, I prefer to keep it at this temperature. Carbon World Health. You can try red light therapy over there. You can try semaglutide. Obviously, they have cryotherapy. Molly goes there for the hydrofacials, and the workout facility at Carbon World Health is fantastic. And don't forget to try their new AI massage, the Escape Massage, over at Carbon World Health in Madison, and a location now in Sun Prairie. Don't worry, dude in Sun Prairie. He says, no one talks less about sports than Jim, Matt, and Molly. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
What sports does he want to talk about?
But I think we're going to talk sports on the other side. You just got to talk sports, Molly. Just say sports, and dude will be happy.
Talking Milwaukee
Sports.
Admirals. Milwaukee Admirals on the other side.
Sweet. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No.
Instagram game. Oh my God.
I don't know. It's the best I can think of.
What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing.
Savage.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That needs to be a drop.
Yeah.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Love at first drive. Experience it this February at Audi Madison. Ben Brust here for Zimmer European, and what Audi can offer you: 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offers only available until March 2nd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Looking for a fun new way to golf on Monday nights? The Bridges Golf Course in Madison is teeing up a brand new 2-person scramble league. Grab a friend and compete head-to-head in a relaxed format, men's, women's, or co-ed. Great for beginners and experienced players alike. Monday nights at the Bridges Golf Course in Madison.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
If you're looking for an energy drink that actually supports your wellness goals, Zoa Energy is the answer. It's packed with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants for a clean, focused boost without the jitters. It's also vegan, gluten-free, and it comes in a variety of bold flavors. Head over to ZoaEnergy.com to find where you can pick some up for yourself.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. I'm in the Everlight Solar studio with Primetime Orsheim. Molly Brown in Milwaukee. Earlier today, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike joined Wilde and Tausch, and he, I think, fine-tuned a conversation that he had with us last week, which I take as flattering, and it all, I guess, still stems from Molly Brown's eternal take that's in Evan's head as far as this was the year to decide what Jordan Love was or is, and let's hear from Evan Cohen, and then let's react.
I'm really down on Jordan Love development. I'm not down on Jordan Love specifically the person or like
he got
I'm
markedly better this year. Ev, he was markedly better this year than he was last year.
They're just okay. To their credit, they are achievers. They don't underachieve, but they don't overachieve. They're just achievers, and it's kind of driving me crazy that I remember sitting here a year ago with you guys, and we had this exact conversation about if we're here again in this same position a year from now, that's when the hot seat conversation comes. That's when you wonder, was he worth the money? And we're doing the same damn thing over and over again with the contract extension for the coach and for Jason, the GM, like if we're going to be critical. Like this is just, I don't want to say I'm bored of this because it's never the wrong thing to talk Packers and Jordan Love, but I'm bored of the fact that you guys don't have tangibly a new conversation to have because they have not given you one. And how you guys are not frustrated by that is beyond me.
Molly?
This to me sounds more like an issue that Evan has with the Packers, not just Jordan Love. To me, it's, and I'm not saying, I just don't know how to better say this, but to me, it's Jordan Love is the headline, but yet the entire context of the article is the Green Bay Packers. Like, saying that they've underachieved and all the different things that Evan said in that whole thing, I don't relate that back to Jordan Love. Because, I mean, even if you look at his stats from last year versus the season prior, like, his stats last year are remarkably better. So, like, Jordan Love didn't regress. He did get better. He's not going to make this giant leap. We've talked about it. He's been in the league for how long? This just seems more like an issue Evan has with the Green Bay Packers as a team, as a franchise, rather than Jordan Love. What did you think?
So I agree with what you said there as far as this is more than a Jordan Love conversation. It's a little bit of a conversation of who failed Jordan Love. If he's only getting marginally better, which means he's getting better in the margin.
Him?
What's that?
What are we talking about? He failed him. What are you talking about?
Well,
his interceptions were cut in half. His passer rating went up. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you
failed
think,
him?
Is Jordan Love I think Jordan Love in the overall rankings of QBs slid down the board, not up the board last year.
What?
Like Drake May, Sam Darnold would probably crawl in front of him right now.
Do you think after the playoffs,
Sam
Drake
Darnold
May is still ahead of him?
Sam Darnold in the playoffs even, he had one good game.
He's saying the other way to hurt him.
He led the league in turnovers this year. Like, what are we talking about?
He won a Super Bowl. Evan is on Unsportsmanlike saying Sam
so
Darnold
what?
is better than
we've
Jordan
given
Love.
how much credit to Schneider? How much credit have we given to the front office
but
of
winning
the Seahawks
matters. And
because of
I'm
that?
sorry, like Jordan Love has been kind of just
Jordan Love would have won a Super Bowl with that team too.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, he didn't.
Okay, but
I don't
if you're
think
saying
you're trying to tell me that Jordan Love.
Come on, what are we talking about? No. Our conversation has been for the last how many weeks? Oh, who is the biggest problem in Green Bay? Is it Goody? Is it LaFleur? Is it Jordan Love? Like that has been the conversation. You're not having that conversation about the Seattle Seahawks, whether with any aspect
so I'm
of
asking
them.
you, Jordan Love, I think was failed. Actually, I don't think he was failed. But if you're someone that thinks Jordan Love is going to be an elite QB, he's been failed. I don't think he's going to be an elite QB. But if you think he's going to be an elite QB, he's been failed by Goody and by LaFleur by not getting him to that point. Because in no world, for me, top
you wouldn't
five
say he was
is elite. Top five is elite.
He was by every metric last year. He was top five.
But I'm talking about if you were talking to NFL GMs and people in the NFL, is anyone taking Jordan Love?
Nobody would say that Sam Darnold is elite either, and he just won a Super Bowl. What is your argument? He doesn't need to be elite.
That if
you need to have an elite team.
These are two different things. But then they failed LaFleur, or Goody have failed Love at his ability to elevate to elite, or they failed in their ability to build an elite team.
Okay, but building an elite team is not Jordan Love's fault. That is somebody else's fault.
Right. I'm not blaming it on Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is who he is. He's a good QB, fringe top 10. And he'll always be moving around somewhere between 8 and 12. I've been saying that for about 3 years. Sometimes he can be 8, sometimes he can be 12, depending on the year.
Other times he could be 3?
No.
Why is 8 the highest
close
he can
to
go?
3. Nobody
No?
has put him there.
Oh,
Nobody's having that conversation. Jordan Love is a top 5 QB.
Okay, that's why he was literally in the race for MVP at one point in the season.
So was Caleb Williams. Nobody's calling Caleb Williams a top 5 QB. And
Bears
Caleb Williams
are.
was. I'm not. I'm not talking about fan bases. I'm talking about. I'm not calling
Okay.
Caleb Williams a top 5 QB.
Okay.
Can he get there? Maybe.
Okay.
But I'm not calling Caleb Williams top 5
But
QB.
so your belief is that Caleb Williams could be, but Jordan Love could not be.
Caleb Williams is in year 2 as a starter, in year 2 in the league, entering his 3rd. Jordan Love is going into year 7 in the league.
Okay, I don't know. I don't
Year
know what
4 as
Ryan
a
believes,
starter?
but for myself, I don't need Jordan Love to be a top 5 quarterback.
Right, and
that's great. I don't need him to be an elite quarterback.
And
So
nobody's saying you are.
So I will say,
I'm saying if there were people out there who thought he was going to be elite, and if you thought he was going to be elite, then LaFleur and Goody have failed him because Jordan Love is not elite.
Okay, but does he need to be elite is the question Molly's asking.
That's a different question.
But then
we
is
all
that
agree he does not need to be elite.
Okay, but then to say that's a failure that they didn't get him to being elite, is that on them, or is Jordan Love just as a quarterback, this is kind of what he is, where he's in that 6 to 10 range?
If you think Jordan Love can be elite, I don't. You'd call it a failure. If you're one of those Jordan Love truthers.
So you don't think he can get to the point of being elite? It's over. He is where he is.
I think he is, which is very good.
Okay.
I think 8 to 12, you can win a Super Bowl with him.
Yes, I would very much agree. Even on this contract, I think you can win a Super Bowl with him.
Yes.
So I think we're kind of reverse engineering what you're saying, like who failed him more.
Yes. Or is it just the overall LaFleur and Goody failing the Packers more than Jordan Love is failing the Packers?
See, I would say I think that's a different way to say it. That is a little clearer for this conversation, because I feel like Goody, what he's done with paying Jordan Love and then building this roster around him, this past year he didn't do enough because we saw him miss in every move he made last offseason other than drafting Micah Parsons or trading for Micah Parsons.
I know we had a slightly different question, but I kind of want to ask this. Who is why the Packers haven't won a Super Bowl? Is it Jordan Love, is it LaFleur, or is it Goody?
There's going to be so many people, including myself, who would say it's the injuries, which is truly, I think that's a big part of it. Because you could, I know you could
but I
just
think you
shrug it
can
off.
place a blame on one of these.
If you're blame pieing it, who's the most to blame?
Yes,
right, for
out of
why
those
they haven't
three.
won a championship.
Injuries is a thing that,
And
and I
he's
know
saying
that the
last-
Packers were disproportionately injured as far as high-level players, but other teams had more actual starters miss time than the Packers and went far into the playoffs.
And are you saying just in the Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur era,
Yes,
or just
the
last
Goody,
season?
No, the Goody, LaFleur, Love era. Who's the biggest reason why they haven't won a Super Bowl?
Molly, what
Love,
would you say?
LaFleur, or Goody?
In only the Love era?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I would probably say I don't like this question.
That's a good question.
I don't think the answer is love.
Why do
I
you-
don't think the answer is love.
I will say, Molly, that's the reason I kicked the question to you first, because I didn't know how to answer it.
I know, because you didn't want to answer it.
No.
And I wanted to kick it to break, but I don't have that power.
You have the power to kick
I mean,
it to
there's-
break.
I don't know.
Get out of here.
I don't know how to answer your question, Jim. This is Jim Matt Molly. I feel like I actually lean most towards Matt LaFleur, which is surprising because I feel like most of the time I place my blame on Brian Gutekunst, but to me, the answer is Matt LaFleur right now.
And LaFleur is a good answer, and Jesse and I had some fun laughing at LaFleur, and then we're going to circle back to this question, but you can chime in 844-770-3776 on the Carl Soccer text line. List is more. Our Saturday Limited poll question is, who's the biggest reason the Packers haven't won a Super Bowl? Is it Love, Goody, or LaFleur? This is obviously during the Love, LaFleur, Goody era. We can ask Jason Wilde that on the other side, but Molly, this might give you some insight into why your answer might be right, and maybe it is Matt LaFleur, because this is Matt LaFleur after we do not have this ready.
Nope, okay. We can get it ready in a second, though.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Ryan told you it in your ear because I could see you not even listening to when I was talking before. He probably told you and you just didn't listen.
You said you didn't have it ready, and I thought I was filibustering.
Because I was trying to say it'd be better if we did it on the other side. But we can listen to it now.
Jason Wilde on the other side.
We can listen to it with Jason Wilde.
Oh, I don't want to. Okay, but let's hear it with Molly first. I want Molly's blind reaction.
All right, Molly, here he is. This is Matt LaFleur after the Badgers win against Michigan State last Friday night.
Every time you step on that court, you play like that. You be tough, a really tough team to beat. But that was fun to watch. Keep it rolling now, one day at a time. Let's go. Let's stack this.
He makes me uncomfortable.
I think that's perfect.
I don't have much to say. That just made me very uncomfortable. Like,
it's like watching one of my social
media. The pee is not hot. The pee is not hot. Yeah, honestly,
Damn.
I don't know which one was more cringy. If it's Jim's social media or like Matt LaFleur's. Like if I could mute Matt LaFleur right now, I would. Actually, I might block him because
it's not tight.
That was awkward.
I'm not tight.
Imagine being a player and you have to pretend that you're like motivated by this. Like, oh, we got to stack wins. Matt LaFleur, you lost 5 games straight last year, plus your playoffs. Like, what are we doing?
In a locker room,
you've been a 7th seed in the NFL.
In a locker room that's probably divided because there's a ton of people from Minnesota in that locker room. So that not only is
they're probably like, dude, we're Vikings fans. Like,
right.
We hate you, actually.
And this is terrible. Thank you for this. It makes me feel better as a Vikings fan. We can
was he courtside at the Michigan State game? I didn't see it. I don't know.
He was apparently at the game. I don't know if he was courtside, but he was in the locker room afterwards.
Of course he was at the game.
My favorite part as we go to break here, though, is that Ryan pointed this out yesterday that LaFleur knew he was bad and did the awkward, had a water bottle in his hand and just put 2 hands on the water bottle and it's like. And that's all I have to say about that.
Every time you step on that court, you play like that. You be tough, a really tough team to beat. But that was fun to watch.
Was he intoxicated? Like
now.
He might be.
One day at a time.
I'm hoping he was. One day at a time.
It's like a pull string of cliches. One day at a time. Play like that. You're unbeatable.
I'm really hoping you had a couple Coors Lights at the game or something because I'm hoping that's why he stuttered. I hope he wasn't nervous in front of college kids. I don't know.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Olivia Chellevold from Middleton High School. Liv, how you doing?
Great, thanks for having me on.
A distance runner. Okay, yes. A little history here. Your dad was a longtime coach at Madison Memorial.
Yep.
It's a rivalry of Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
When is the first time you remember running? Is it as soon as you could walk?
Yes, I grew up around it. My dad was a coach for 17 years, so I grew up watching those girls and really wanted to join the sport.
Now you're going to get to be a Badger. I'm sure Mom and Dad are happy to have you close to home,
yes,
right?
Definitely. Yeah, I grew up around the Madison area, and I got to watch the Zimmer, the Nutty come invite every year, and I think that community has really stuck out to me, and I'm really excited to become a part of it and be around those like-minded people and be able to run with everyone.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 100.5 ESPN.
Giannis going down the lane. Look out below. A big one-hand slam.
Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis Antetokounmpo was selected to his 10th All-Star game, but was unable to participate due to a right calf strain. While in Los Angeles for the festivities, here's what the two-time MVP had to say on making his return to the court.
I feel good. I feel 100%, to be honest with you. Now I got to get on the court. I got to play some one-on-one, 3-on-3, 5 versus 5. And players are in vacation right now, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. So once I check all those boxes, I'm ready to go. I feel like I can play a game today.
The Bucks currently sit at 12th place in the Eastern Conference with a 23-30 record and have their sights set on working their way back into the playoff mix after winning 5 of their last 6 games going into the All-Star break.
This has been your Milwaukee Basketball Report on Madison's home for Bucks basketball, 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
Love is in the air this February at Metro Kia of Madison. Hey, it's Molly Brown, and if you're ready to fall hard, meet the all-new 2026 Kia K4. Sleek looks, smart tech, and the kind of ride you'll never get tired of. This one's a keeper. Right now, you can get 3.49% APR for 48 months. That's just $22.35 per thousand finance. But hurry, this sweet deal ends March 2nd. Fall in love at Metro Kia of Madison. Visit metrokiaofmadison.com to learn more. That's metrokiaofmadison.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
I'm Matt Hamilton.
And I'm his lookalike. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jason, can I ask of you?
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Yeah. This has been the best segment I've ever done on this show, and I've really done very little.
Okay. Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
I love Matt Hamilton. You are 1,000,000% right, Jim. That should be a drop, too.
Thank you.
Dynamite drop in, my guy.
Thank you.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
That is Jason Wilde's theme music. I'm Jim Rutledge in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Warshine behind the glass. We got Molly Brown in Milwaukee, and we are thrilled to be joined by Jason Wilde. Jason, how you doing today?
Well, I'll be better if Molly or Wooly disconnects Molly after she's done doing the show for Milwaukee. Because a couple of times after that's occurred, someone who connects to the same connection in the morning can't get connected. So,
okay.
I don't know whose fault that is, but now everyone knows.
You know, I would say that might be the fault of the producer from 9 to noon, who would not then tell the producer from 4 to 6, hey, make sure there's a disconnection because this has been a recurring issue, and let it just fester until Jason has to bring it up on the show. I feel like that would be the proper way to do that. If you were asking me.
The producer that gets there at 8:55 a.m.?
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
So a little inside baseball, and I'll give you guys, bonus time since I'm going to be doing this to you. I like to try and get a workout in because, as you can tell by looking at me, I'm very physically fit. And so I like to connect the video before I work out so that I can parachute in after I'm done, throw a hat on, and do the show. And every time Molly's in Milwaukee, I'm not connected. So I appreciate the constructive feedback for Jesse. I couldn't agree with it more. And I think we can all agree that this is primarily Jesse's fault. And now we can enjoy our time together.
Fantastic. And on that, laughter is such a great way, and I think you'll laugh at this. I don't know if Coach LaFleur would laugh at it, but I have to assume, and obviously you're not in the locker room for post-game speeches or pre-game speeches from Coach LaFleur, but have you had a chance to see Coach LaFleur talk to the Badger basketball team after their big win over Michigan State?
I did. I thought he was very compelling.
Yeah,
I thought he crushed it, nailed it.
Well, we got it for our team. You can see it on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream right now because that was not the words that I used or Molly used. But let's go ahead and let's hear it.
Every time you step on that court, you play like that. You be tough, a really tough team to beat. But that was fun to watch. Keep it rolling now, one day at a time. Stack this.
How many cliches can you fit into 15 seconds? Because I think LaFleur might have set the record.
No, there were so many more he could have weaseled in there. There's no doubt about it. So, I was actually just if you're going to lean into the cliches, you got to get like 3 or 4 more in there. I would think. No.
You could have, yeah. So you know him, and I can't imagine this is how he is with the team. Like, what do you think? Like, was this like a last minute he wasn't expecting to talk thing? Like, what do you think happened here? And also the Badgers did him dirty by posting that. Like, you could have just pocketed that and been like, you know what? We don't need to post it. We can just post a picture with LaFleur with the team.
First of all, totally agree with part B of that statement. Like, you have again, I know everybody's social media teams function differently, but it does seem like a lot of the social media folks in that space think, well, any engagement is good engagement, so even if he looks kind of like a doofus, that's cool, right? Because people are still clicking it and commenting or whatever. I've obviously never been in there for first of all, a losing post-game speech, right? Like those are the ones I'd like to hear, right? Because those are a hell of a lot harder, and they never post those on social media, oddly enough.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, look, that's not his team, right? Mm-hmm. I would assume that he, doesn't want to go overboard. It's not, he played high school basketball. He's got some basketball in his background, but he's no great guard. But I would say this, and I think no matter what level you coach at, you have to be a couple things when you talk, right? You have to be authentic, right? You have to be speaking from the heart, right? Like, that's what people connect with. And then you got to have some sort of enthusiasm or angle that engages people. And your criticism is fair there. There's no two ways about it. But, like, I always thought Mike McCarthy, whether it was on the eve of Super Bowl 45, having the guys get their fingers sized for their rings, or the kind of loose approach he took where he had that defensive tackle, his last name was Wilson, if I remember correctly, playing the piano. Like, I just think that, Mike Sherman, if you ask Tausch, Mike Sherman was at his best when he, was really connective about, being a dad and those types of things with his players. And so, that's like a 30-second, we let Matt LaFleur in the locker room, give a pep talk, coach, kind of a thing. So I'm sure he thinks through things for his own team and probably prepares them a lot more effectively.
That kind of leads me to something. Yeah, for sure. And that kind of leads me something to what Evan Cohen has said on our show before. And I know this was before the whole Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst's extension. So it's, I don't know, a month or so old probably. But his idea was that the Packers needed to bring in somebody or somebody on the staff that has some grit to them. And since they ended up extending LaFleur and Gutekunst, who in their locker room do you think provides that for them, Jason?
Yeah, I guess let me turn that around on, you and Evan, I guess, and Evan's not here, so I'm going to stick you with it. How do we define grit? What does it look like? And is it words? Is it actions? Does Sean McVay have grit?
No.
He's got something to him. I don't think he has the same that Dan Campbell or Mike Vrabel has, but he's got something about him.
He's got charisma. I would definitely say he's got charisma.
Yeah.
Does Kyle Shanahan have grit?
Yeah, I would say he actually does seem to have grit. Just the way his team plays.
Agree.
Yeah.
He's quiet though. Quiet though.
He is, exactly. So it's just and I'm not dodging the. Does Ben Johnson have grit, or is he just a jerk?
We don't know. I think that's still TBD.
Okay. Kevin O'Connell, does he have grit?
Him, I think he's very similar to LaFleur.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's like I've seen them do some locker room stuff that they've posted, and he is so good about his connectivity to guys. Like, you can just see those guys love him, and he's not gritty, but he is very good at connectivity. And so,
but he might not need to be gritty if they have Brian Flores, right?
Correct. Exactly. Great point, Molly. And so, I don't know. Again, I still haven't met Jonathan Gannon. It is February 17th. He was hired 8 days after the Packers season ended, which was on January 10th. So we are a month in now to his tenure, and we have not spoken to him, which, as you can imagine, irritates me to no end. Not that, I'm still getting my paychecks, but, fans want to hear from the dude, man. Again, I still do my job. It's not no skin off my back or whatever that saying is. But, I want to talk to him. I want to get a feel for if he has grit, right? I mean, he punched one of his guys in the stomach while he's with Arizona, right? So, is that grit? So, I don't know who gives that because, I guess because he's so vital to the culture and we've heard so much about it. I guess that Rich Bisaccia provides some of that. But if Evan wants to argue that their coaching staff isn't gritty enough, I don't think I have enough evidence to refute that. But I think, Molly, your line there was great. There are certain coaches or certain teams that the head coach doesn't have to have it. But I think what your point was is somebody does. And, was Jeff Hafley gritty? No, I didn't think so. He's a really good talker, but his defense was damn good, right? I mean, obviously not in the fourth quarter of that playoff game, but overall his defense was really good. So it's a really interesting question that I don't feel like I have a very good answer to.
Well, I think you kind of talked a little bit around the idea of, I think some of those coaches you can list, even the ones who necessarily weren't gritty, there's a clear identity in a clear way you can see why they're effective. And, not even you listed, you can see what they have. They seem to be truly willing to, what's the word here, be vulnerable with their players and let them see who they are, whether it is for an example, Ben Johnson might be a jerk, but Caleb Williams basically said that Ben Johnson's my best friend in the world right now. And so they've created that relationship. And obviously Shanahan with his entire team has created an identity that mirrors him. Do you see that with what is LaFleur's coaching strength, his superpower that he brings to this team?
So I do think, regardless of how awkward we may have thought his speech to the Badgers was, I think he's really good with his connectivity with his players, but primarily one-on-one, which is a lot like his quarterback, right? Which, again, I think goes into our conversation about grit. That is not the superpower. That's not the first thing you think of with those two guys, right? And maybe that's something where you look and go, I wonder how that factors in to their success or lack thereof, that they don't have kind of those complementary personalities from the two highest profile people that dictate their success or failure. I also think that he's extremely smart and has really good ideas. Now, I think there's also a discussion to be had about how much is he, I don't want to say hamstrung, but affected by the younger nature of their roster. Now, that wasn't the case on offense this past season for sure. But is he just getting to the point now where he could have more complexity to what he wants to do offensively, and they're getting to a point where all those guys can have that this year, and then if he lets, they let Dobbs walk this year, they let Wicks and or Reed walk next year, they let Luke Musgrave walk next year. Suddenly, then do you reduce his effectiveness with how smart he is because now you got to dumb it down again for you're replenishing the roster. That's one of the reasons why this 1.6 draft picks per class being signed to second contracts that Goody believes in, I just don't love it, because I do think that, the more I think back to those Rodgers teams, and obviously they had a 4-time MVP at quarterback, which certainly helps. But think about what Adams and Nelson and Jones and Cobb were able to do with Rodgers in terms of knowing just with a wink or an eye. Last night I finished the Rise of the 49ers documentary that was on AMC. And I just thought with Montana and then later Young with Jerry Rice, I was like, this is the stuff that you get when you're together a long time. And the Packers philosophically are just never going to have that. And the quarterback may not be the demanding guy who, you missed my wink and you ran the wrong route and now I hate you and I'm going to throw my arms up in the air at you. But there is value in getting to the point where you can do some of those subtleties, and you have a quarterback who's not going to be a jerk about it if you fail. So, again, I'll just say this. I am super fascinated about this coming off season, because if you're going to be, we believe in, draft and develop, and then you let all these guys walk in free agency. I mean, there's a chance that they let Rasheed Walker, Sean Ryan, Romeo Dobbs, Kingsley Enagbare, Malik Willis all walk, right, from their free agent class. And I just don't know how you replenish that and hit the ground running early in the season and not take longer than you want to hit your stride. And by then maybe you aren't able to win the division, which should be your goal, because right now they got to get a home game. They have yet to play a home playoff game in the Jordan Love era, and that would help their chances. And then we'd spend a little less time judging the coach's grit level. And like we did this morning on our show, we're still talking about how good is Jordan Love, because he got rated 14th in that NFL.com thing. And I'm like, look, he ain't top 5, but 14th is insane.
Yes. Like I said, I think he's somewhere between 12 and 8 each year. But so on that, we did have this question out there, and it's unfair, Jason. But if you were going to divide up the pie chart of blame, who gets the biggest chunk of blame why the Packers have not reached the Super Bowl in the Jordan Love era? Is it Jordan Love? Is it LaFleur? Is it Goody? Obviously, they're all held responsible, but which one of those do you think carries the biggest burden there?
Well, I think Jordan Love bears the least, right? I think that much is. I think that I feel very strongly about. Boy, after that, because you guys know how I feel about Goody, that I feel like he escapes criticism at a much higher level than he should. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go 25% Jordan Love, 38% Matt LaFleur, 37% Goody. Does that add up? Did I do the math right there?
Ryan, you wear glasses. Was he right?
Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan, you wear glasses.
That is the qualification around here, Jason.
Take that for data.
He's the nerd.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah.
38, 37, 25. Yep. Good.
Boom. That's what you get for being a valedictorian.
There you go. Jason, thank you so
much. Brag.
Sick brag. Yeah, no kidding.
It's not that impressive. I didn't get a full ride to Madison. It didn't do me a damn bit of good.
Cool.
Ryan,
thanks,
what was your? Yeah, thanks, Jason. We appreciate it.
All right, I'm leaving now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Jason, Ryan, where'd you fall in your class rankings?
Now you're getting me confused with Jason? You think I'm the nerd now all of a sudden? Just because Jason admitted he's a nerd? That's very rude of you, Jim.
You're not going to answer?
That was loud.
I got a 32 on the ACT. I don't know
but
what.
You did there was 200 some kids in my class.
I don't think they gave class
People
rankings.
actually know their class ranking.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
If you weren't first, you're last. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly,
People, what are we talking about?
I was pretty close to last.
There's no way you remember.
Okay.
I feel like I was 150-ish.
Okay.
150, 160 out of 200.
If you weren't 1 or 2, It doesn't matter.
Right?
I was more just trying to make fun of myself. I definitely was very much near the bottom. That's how I ended up at Cow Pie High.
Okay.
I think there was like 600 something kids in my graduating class, so I was probably somewhere in like the middle. Probably.
Yeah, there was like 500.
Probably low middle.
I was like in the bottom 25% for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks though.
Dang.
I'm just kidding.
So I ended up in college for 10
Ryan was
years.
probably in like the top 5%.
I truly have no clue what I was in high school. All I know is that coming out of middle school in 8th grade, they gave out awards for they gave you like.
Did you get an attendance award?
No, not an attendance award. So they gave out like at the end of the year,
I did.
End of the year assembly, they gave out like one student won like the mathematics award for the entire class, for the entire graduating class. And the award I got was for best student in health class. And I apparently had the best
You
grade.
excelled at sex ed or what? Like, what are we talking about?
The emphasis on the ed part.
Yep. I did.
Abstinence. Ryan was like, got
Ryan
it.
is taking that to heart.
That's what the A was for. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, he had a scarlet A on his shirt, but for different reasons than in the book.
He's the people at the Olympics. That's why they went through 10,000 condoms at the Olympics. He's like, no.
He takes them and dumps them. He takes and dumps them.
He just makes balloon animals. He's like, nope, he can't use these.
Just a carnival.
Look at this cow udder.
Just the carnival clown of Milan Cortina.
Look at this wiener dog.
Look at this snake. Look at this worm. Look at this corn dog.
You make a worm out of a balloon?
Out of that kind of balloon, yes.
He's just thinking of every single shape that it could possibly.
No kidding.
Yes.
Banana.
There you go. Did you have to practice? Is that a
fruits and
real
vegetables.
thing?
What was what?
Never mind.
It for sure is. Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
practice.
Bananas? Yeah.
They weren't doing that by the time I was in health school.
Health school?
Health class. Excuse me. Oh my God. You can tell I was not a valedictorian.
You all
at
right
all.
there? You're
Not
little-
at all.
Your face is matching
Little
the color
sweaty.
of your hoodie there.
I got a pink
He looks
hoodie
like
on
he's gonna
today.
pass out right now.
I got a pink hoodie on today. It's only
You're
68
looking really
degrees in this
white,
room.
actually.
Yeah, dying.
You get
Dying
lightheaded.
here.
68?
Not
Oh my God, that
69?
sounds like heaven.
All right. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
It's actually 73.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Vote for Jim, Matt, and Molly as Madison's best radio team every day this month at MadisonMagazine.com. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at StarionBank.com. Member FDIC.
You shoot like that, ain't no team in the country that can beat us.
Nick Boyd after Wisconsin's throttle against Michigan State, en route to Bucky's second win against a top 10 opponent in a week's span. In a season filled with highs and lows, Boyd reflecting on the hill Wisconsin climbed to reach this new height.
We was just like kind of lost as a team, and we just came together. And to have moments like this, man, it's just beautiful. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this team. We got way more moments to share together.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Doug Brown is Assistant Executive Director of the Dane County Humane Society. Doug, your organization has business technology from James Imaging Systems. Today, we'd like to hear about your mission.
At Dane County Humane Society, we believe that everybody deserves the unconditional love that a companion animal can bring into their lives. We take pride in working with our community to help people help animals.
How so?
We are proud to offer services for adoptions. We're proud to help lost animals find their way home. We're proud to be able to take care of the injured and orphaned wildlife of the community.
How can others lend a hand to help the Dane County Humane Society?
I'd encourage anybody who is interested in helping to visit our website where they can learn more about the organization, including ways to volunteer, to donate, to participate in a special event.
And the Dane County Humane Society's website is?
GiveShelter.org.
One more time.
GiveShelter.org.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Love at first drive. Experience it this February at Audi Madison. Ben Brust here for Zimmer European and what Audi can offer you. 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offers only available until March 2nd. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
We're one step closer to the NCAA being irrelevant. What the NCAA is doing is jeopardizing their model for the entertainment product itself. By having a guy that has already signed a professional contract be able to influence the outcome of the 2026 season is absolutely ridiculous.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hey Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in to Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel for all things Wisconsin Badgers. And speaking of the Badgers, Wisconsin is back at it on the road tonight versus Ohio State. The men's basketball team beat the Buckeyes by 10 points when they last played in Madison about 2.5 weeks ago. And the men's basketball team is buzzing after back-to-back top 10 wins, as well as a return to the top 25 this week, coming in at number 24 in the updated AP poll. But Wisconsin is now a 1.5-point underdog versus the unranked Buckeyes tonight. Tip-off in Columbus is at 7:30 p.m. with the game televised on FS1. Also to tune in to the Jump Around this Thursday for more reactions from Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Then tonight on ESPN Madison, we're keeping it local with Prep Mania Boys Hoops. It's a Tuesday night tilt with Verona at Middleton. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:15, so pregame coverage starts at 6:45. Listen live on 100.5 ESPN, stream it on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and watch the game on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel. Second off, Jim Matt Molly, right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Jim's an onion. You got to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
He's not just a basic Bears fan.
Old Rutledge is at it again.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No.
Instagram game? Oh my God. What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing.
Savage.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That needs to be a drop.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Tomorrow's your blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. Primetime Laura Sean behind the glass. Does that pause from Molly mean we got about like a 2-second delay between us?
I'd say it might be slightly more.
I was going to say 3, but it's always longer in your head.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Should I just start cutting you off so there's not a blank, like,
Perfect.
in between us?
Yes. I think that's the plan.
Okay, sounds good.
Just continue
Yeah,
to
what?
See, that
Why am I talking
was about
fast?
2 seconds.
I'm just trying to break in.
Her reaction to that was about 2 seconds, I would say. I clocked it in my mind.
I wasn't even reacting to you. I was just making up things in my head.
Molly!
Yes.
God, that was 10 seconds. That was a Hamilton.
Okay, wait. That was because I was trying to think of something like funny to say, but I didn't have anything. So yeah, I just pulled a Matt Hamilton. Okay, try me again.
It's fun.
God, I hate that so much. Oh man, that one gets
now she's just doing it on Now she's just doing it on purpose. Just stone-faced,
I was trying to think. I'm like,
reactions.
why does Jim hate that? That's like Kawhi Leonard's laugh, and then I was like, wait, no, that's you.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, I hate it too.
Well, Molly, you add it to the list. Who is the biggest reason, our signing limited poll question, who is the biggest reason that the Packers haven't won a Super Bowl in the last 3 years? Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, or Goody? Right now, 56% of you say LaFleur, 33% of you say Goody, 11% of you say Love. What do you say about that, Molly?
I am in alignment with Jason Wilde's. I think before, when we initially threw the question out a couple segments ago, I couldn't really decide if it's Brian Gutekunst or Matt LaFleur that I have more of a problem with. But it's certainly not Love. Love is not an answer in my mind. Jordan Love, that is.
If you want to share your overall thoughts on Love, you can do that too, Molly. But in general, Jordan Love here, I agree with you that Jordan Love is last in this list, but he's definitely
he deserves more than this vote is showing.
I would say, man, I would probably say 40% Goody, 40% LaFleur, 20% Love. With each passing year, Love getting a higher...
I think Love deserves more blame than 20% even. I would push it. Yeah, because,
30?
20's a lot.
20 is a fair amount, I would say. Because there's at the end of the day, like as much as we get annoyed by Jim saying if he's an elite quarterback, they have a Super Bowl by now. It's like, well,
I didn't say that.
If that was the case, you actually said that early in this past season. I believe it was after the Cowboys.
Jim says
game.
a lot of stuff.
He does.
What have we doing holding me accountable for things?
Yeah, we got a lot of things that Jim has said that have been clipped and reshared and posted, and people gotten angry at. That was one of them.
The Packers had the 4th best roster in the NFC North when they finished the tied for 9 wins with everyone else before Micah Parsons. Yeah.
And that was the 4th best non-quarterback roster.
Yeah, I think I was pretty damn on point for that.
Okay. Well, I would say that Jordan Love, I'd probably put him more like 25%. Like nothing crazy more than what Jim said.
Yeah.
But I would say there's like a gap between Goody and LaFleur. I would put, I'm trying to make sure this math works out, but I think I would say Goody 40%, LaFleur 35%, and then Love the remaining 25%. I think that's what I would say. I think Goody, more than anyone, like he's hit on some of the later round draft picks, but his misses in the first round and then his misses in free agency this past year are just... Those are massive flaws that you have to overcome. That Matt LaFleur is usually the one left trying to figure out.
He also got Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons brings his score up or down in this situation. I think if I'm agreeing with anybody, I'm agreeing with Jim here. 40-40-20.
I think if it was not for Micah Parsons, then it would be a runaway Goody in this. Like if that was the case, then it would be 75% Brian Gutekunst. If it wasn't for Micah Parsons, in the last 12 months, what would we say that Brian Gutekunst has done well?
What is it that you do here?
We know what he does.
Literally,
he just doesn't do
when
it
people
well.
ask the question of Adam Stenavich, what are your responsibilities? What does Brian Gutekunst do if he doesn't bring in Micah Parsons?
Even this
or Xavier McKinney or Josh Jacobs.
This past draft, you could say Matthew Golden, he wasn't used properly by the coaching staff, so maybe that's partially on Matt LaFleur, but that's also because there's other receivers just ahead of him. And then the fact that Jordan Morgan 2 years ago is just a massive miss. And then nobody else from this past year's draft class has done anything so far.
So I would say, again, the Goody criticism for Golden is more of this wasn't the year to take a receiver.
No, I think it's fair to say that they should have taken a receiver. I think
because it just seemed weird this year because this year there was really universally it was believed that if Golden had come out other years, or outside of McMillan and who was the other?
Emeka Egbuka.
Yes. Not going to even bother. So
professional receiver.
Professional receiver.
I will add that to my list of names. But those two were the only ones that really had first-round grades, like unquestionably first-round grades as receivers.
Okay, but I'm not even saying like.
But I'm saying like it's not Matthew Golden. I still think he'd be a good player, but like the Packers could have gotten a different, better player in a different draft. Where they
but
picked.
also Matthew Golden, the reason he didn't succeed is because of the roster construction around him. Like
I
you
would
have
agree.
somebody like
Yes.
Romeo Doubs taking snaps away from him.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
even saying
the two guys that you just listed had to be number one receivers for their
So
respective
it goes back
teams,
to
and
my
you
point of
cannot
like this was
deny
not
that.
the year to this was not the year to draft a receiver.
No,
then.
because I think it's fair that if you're Brian Gutekunst, you draft a year ahead of time. That's a fair strategy.
You're
You
drafting
want
for the future.
You want to get a guy who, by the time he comes around next season, his sophomore
maybe
year, then he has to make an impact.
True, but Goody's track record of drafting first-round picks is pretty poor.
It is, but
so
I still
we
think
are taking a big leap of faith that this is the right
I
move.
think Matthew Golden down the stretch of this past season showed more than what Lucas Van Ness or Jordan Morgan have shown in their 3 and 2 years in Green Bay, respectively.
Okay.
Showed a higher ceiling, showed more potential. I think Matthew Golden showed that he could be like a true playmaker on the offense when given the opportunity. I don't think Lucas Van Ness has shown the ability to be a playmaker on defense, and I don't think Jordan Morgan has shown the ability to be a starting left tackle.
I agree with both those
Both
things.
of which are massive misses
the
for
first
him.
one, TBD. But I want to ask, so I believe Michelle Smallman said this, and this was part of the clip, I believe, with Sam Darnold and Jordan Love and who's better. She said Jordan Love's an enigma. Is that a good I really like that description of Jordan Love. And let me finish this first, and then Molly hop in. And I'm only saying that because we're on delay. But I like the description of Jordan Love as an enigma because statistically, Molly, you're right. Everyone's right. His stats are really good. Top 5 stats. But we all know that there are elite QBs that don't have top 5 stats, but we unquestionably would call them elite. And it's this sort of weird disconnect in football, let's say, than baseball. Baseball, a guy's got the numbers, he's got the numbers, he's the guy. In football, especially a quarterback, it's not always there. And Jordan Love might have top 5 numbers, but nobody would call Jordan Love a top 5 QB in the NFL. And I'm not talking fan bases. I'm talking if you went to talk to coaches and GMs in the NFL, nobody's saying Jordan Love is a top 5 QB. Now, maybe nobody's writing him off that he can't get there. Maybe some teams still believe that he'll take that next step up. I still think the large majority of teams in this league would take Jordan Love over their current QB because Jordan Love, if we just wanted to settle in, is a top 10 QB. I feel like he's right at that 9-10 number. And that bottom tier of it, that 8 to 12 range, to me always fluctuates. Of like sometimes it could be Drake May and Sam Darnold, sometimes it could be Jordan Love, maybe Caleb Williams is in there. You just don't. Kyler Murray was in there for a year. You just don't know who's going to be in that back end of it. But Jordan Love, to his credit, has consistently been there year after year after year, somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. But that makes him an enigma because I think everyone's waiting for him to take the next step, and his stats look like he has. But again, I don't think anyone in the league would call him a top 5 QB.
But I genuinely think the only reason people are waiting, quote unquote, for that is because of the two guys that came before him. If he wasn't with the Green Bay Packers, I don't think that would be. I don't think we'd be saying, "Oh, he's an enigma." We would be saying he's a good quarterback, which he is.
Yes.
And I like me as a fan, I can say, and I've said it before and time again, like I don't need him to be an elite. We've had multiple elite quarterbacks, and look what that's gotten us. Like it hasn't put you head and shoulders above everybody else in the league. So like at this point, it's just like give me a good quarterback, give me a good roster, and let's see what this team can do. Like, but I think that the biggest reason why people are confused or questioning who Jordan Love is because he has not become quote unquote elite like Aaron Rodgers and Brett freaking Favre. Like,
right.
He's being compared to two of the best quarterbacks of all time.
And again, I think, Molly, you're on the same page as us. I know this guy's a trigger point for Matt Hamilton. Dak Prescott is a hell of a quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
Yes. He puts up elite number. He completed 67% of his passes for 4,552 yards last year with 30 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Those numbers are spectacular.
It's not that far from what Jordan Love did.
Right.
I mean, it's similar.
Nobody's calling Dak, and Molly's right. They don't have to be that. And I think for the good of Jordan Love and good of the Packers, we just need to say maybe he's Dak Prescott. And if Dak Prescott didn't work for an inept organization, which is the opposite of Jordan Love. Like, the Packers know what they're doing. The Cowboys keep on waiting to the worst time ever to ever. Like, Micah Parsons should have been signed years ago by the Cowboys. Why are you waiting to the end for him? Why are you waiting to the end for all these guys? You cost yourself $5 to $10 million more per player, per contract, because you wait too long and you don't run your organization properly. If Dak Prescott was on the Packers, I would say the Packers at a bare minimum are doing the same thing. And Jordan Love's probably putting up numbers on a team that doesn't win as much down in Dallas. I think they're very interchangeable quarterbacks, and that's a compliment to both of them. They both fall in that 8 to 12 every single year range, even if their stats look like they're top 5.
I think Dak Prescott is closer to top 5 than he is to 10, honestly.
It's
and
only
I think
because
Jordan
of his
Love is
injuries. His seasons are so inconsistent.
And because we have the established precedent for what everyone thinks Dak Prescott is, the Matt Hamiltons who say he's Mr. Mid, and nobody moves off that until he wins a Super Bowl.
It is wild.
It won't change until that happens.
I'm just going to run through touchdowns super quick for him, and that's it. 2019, 30. 2020, 9. 2021, 37. 2022, 23. 2023, 36. 2024, 11. And 2025, 30. It's literally like great year, trash. Great year. And it's obviously because of injuries. But like that's the biggest thing holding Dak back is that he just can never put together 2 healthy seasons.
Yeah. And bringing it back to Jordan Love, you were asking, comparing him to Dak Prescott. I think the only difference is that Dak Prescott's just been in the league longer, and then people just have an established opinion of who he is, whereas Jordan Love, we're not there yet.
And I think Molly's right with the uniform.
That's a big part of it, for sure.
Expect greatness out of that Packer.
I think that's also part of the conversation around Dak Prescott too, though, is
being the Cowboys quarterback.
Yep. Jerry's world.
Yeah, and Jerry's world.
They are actually very, very similar but different situations.
If either one of these guys played for the Browns or the Bears or the Jets, they're the best quarterback in their history. Asterisk, maybe not with Caleb
I would
and
say
Bears,
that,
but still, like,
I would say Dak Prescott is criminally underrated as a quarterback.
Yep.
Jordan Love, I don't think he's underrated, overrated, or properly rated.
I think he went from overrated to now he's almost underrated.
That's the thing, but
he's underrated.
I think the variance of opinions on him are so wide where it doesn't feel like there's no consensus on him. I think that's why Michelle Smallman feels like he's an enigma. There's no like just general consensus. We know what Jordan Love is, whereas I think people feel like they know what Dak Prescott is, but just the general like mainstream opinion on Jordan Love just isn't there because we just don't have a true tentpole thing to say about him. We thought it was that Cowboy game, the first playoff game he ever had, but then that's 2 years ago now. Now it's just the recency bias is now gone. Whereas now people just
okay.
They're
His playoff game against the Bears. What are we talking about?
He had great protection, but I mean, the second half he wasn't great. Down the stretch, he willed them back on that final drive. But at the end of the day, people aren't giving him credit because he didn't get the win.
His defense let him down.
I agree.
His defense let him down.
Molly, I still think that he's closer to top 5 than he is to 10, to be honest. Like him and Dak Prescott, both of them. But I just think general consensus opinion on him doesn't really exist because there's such a wide variety of like thoughts about Jordan Love. You have the certain people like the Dan Orlovskis who say he's like a top 5 quarterback, and then you have the guy from NFL.com who rates him number 14.
Which is ridiculous.
And everyone,
who is that? Joe Schmo? Like, what are we talking
His
about?
name is Nick Shook, actually, which is a real name. Nick Shook is a real person.
Is he related to Tyler?
I don't know. They're spelled differently, I promise. But yes, it's just, there's like such a wide range of opinions on him, and you could make
He had Daniel Jones ahead of Jordan Love. Like, that is ridiculous.
I don't agree. I 100% agree. His list is insane, but there's people who see him at 14 and would be like, oh, yeah, Jordan Love, that seems about right.
No, that's not right.
I know, but there are people out there who would say that's the case. And I think that's the thing is like there's just no true, like, there's no way to like locate him within like over 50% of people.
Right. Well, that's why I still go back to, I think if you compiled them all, he'd end up falling somewhere between 8 and 12.
Probably, yes. In that range, but even then, that's such a weird, messy range. Like you're saying, those guys float up and down all the time.
Yes, and look, there's worse places to be. Again, most teams would absolutely love to have Jordan Love as their quarterback.
Yeah.
And that works against them. You know what? Everyone would love to look for a new or new-to-you car at Metro Kia of Madison.
Yes, they would. And if you're looking for a new car, Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. I absolutely
Metro
love
Kia of
my
Madison.
brand new. Talk about a delay. My goodness. I absolutely love my Kia K4 and my Kia Carnival from Metro Kia. I had the best experience there from their sales team to their service team. Everything about my experiences have been nothing short of fantastic. So if you are looking for a new car, go to the team I trust for my car buying process, and that is Metro Kia of Madison. Oi! This is Jim at Molly.
Metro Kia of Madison. Oi!
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think I've listened and watched this show long enough to know that Molly's mind is just always in the gutter. It doesn't matter what.
Oh, mine!
Yeah, Molly.
Jim says something, and Molly's eyebrows just go up. She's looking for a giggle.
I'm a bottomless. You're not wrong.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
What's it like to have a 20-plus year business technology relationship with James Imaging Systems? Listen to Doug Brown, Assistant Executive Director with the Dane County Humane Society.
It feels like having an extra person on our own team that's coming to take care of us.
Tell us more.
Their ability to help us with our problems, whether it's proactively planning to prevent problems or when a problem arises, they're always right here to help us get things going again.
So the benefit of working with James Imaging Systems?
It's one less thing to worry about. It just makes us feel like we're in good hands, makes us feel like we have somebody who is on our side and genuinely trying to help us accomplish our daily tasks.
Doug, would you recommend James to others?
I would 100% recommend James Imaging Systems to anybody who is looking for somebody to help them with their copiers, their printers, their services on their existing equipment. We've been happy for decades.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
I worried about choosing the right two-year college where credits would transfer to UW, but I figured out a great path. At Madison College, I'm in the STEM program. The classrooms are intimate, instructors are engaging, and best of all, I'll be able to transfer to UW debt-free. My advice to others, start your journey here. You won't regret it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker Pizza is back. For just $10 for a limited time, get an extra large pizza with 6 huge slices so big you have to fold them. Load it up with your favorite toppings, like the classic and crispy pepperoni. It's the perfect way to feed the crew with giant slices and one legendary vibe. Big size, big value, just $10. Head to one of their locations. Order now on the Pizza Hut app or online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
This February, Wisconsin comes together for a story that means everything to Badgers fans. A Road at Night is a documentary chronicling former Badgers player and coach Howard Moore and the 2019 tragedy that forever changed his family. You can see it on the big screen at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison, February 13th through the 19th, with exclusive post-screening panels during the opening weekend. One story, one community. A Road at Night, February 13th through the 19th at Marcus Point Cinema in Madison. All proceeds support Howard Moore's ongoing care. Find showtimes and get tickets at aroadatnight.com.
And I will say we have received one recent update about A Road at Night. The screenings in Madison have now been extended to February 26th.
Wow.
So you can continue to see them through next week. Yes. We saw it yesterday. It was very worthwhile to go and see in theaters, especially with other Badger fans.
Mm-hmm. Hydrate.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Tears
I
are
would
coming.
say yes. Definitely hydrate there. All right, let's get to Molly's pop culture pop quiz.
The E in ESPN stands for entertainment.
She's excited.
Programming is changing the face of entertainment.
That's Reston Molly face there. So like you get a Reston Rutledge face, that is.
No, this looks nice for me.
I didn't know I looked bad. I was just saying that's the face you don't want to get from Molly.
Pop quiz.
Jeez, Molly calling out Jim for looking poor the other
Right,
day.
I know.
apparently.
Jesus.
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't know.
No. I wasn't saying anything about Jim just now. I was saying I look nice.
Right, but
usually my face is a lot more mean.
Oh, okay. I got you. 'Cause I thought you were implying that like I did not. My resting face
God,
is not
what is
nice.
that?
Gotcha.
That's the resting Rutledge face that we got from last Thursday. Currently, you can see it on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. But, Molly, we were
My
going to
skin
play...
looks smooth, though. Shout out to Carmen World Health.
There you go. The hydrofacials. Hydrofacials, smooth skin across the board. Jim, Matt, and Molly. But
I have not had a hydrofacial. No facials for me.
Okay. Well, then...
I want one. I need to go get one, but I have not had one yet.
You should. You should. Okay, well, we were going to do a little game with Packers, possible free agents who they could go out and get, guys who they could keep, but we're a little late on time here. So instead, Molly, on our return to last Friday, you gave us your Molly's misinformed Olympic minute for your pop culture pop quiz. I was wondering, you were off on Monday. What are your big takeaways from the Olympics over the last 3 days? What have you been paying attention to?
Okay, so I actually have been watching the Olympics. I'm just trying to think because I did watch a lot. Okay, so Friday, Ilya fell twice. So you know what? Pop culture. There's a big controversy. Well, at least I think it's a big controversy.
Which one?
Not as big as the curling one.
I've heard
not as big as the curling one.
I've heard of 4 controversies. Yeah.
No, we've got to wait until Matt gets back so we can learn about this curling controversy.
I don't think he's going to give us I think that might be off the record.
You don't think so?
I think it would be an off the record conversation with Matt. But I'm still excited to learn the off the record.
Close to the chest. Okay. The other one, though, is that apparently all of the skaters that day that Ilya fell twice, like they all fell. So then people are like, there's something wrong with the ice. So that's a thing. Again, I haven't investigated too much into it. Yeah, I know, right?
This is legitimately like we can update when they bring
legitimately, legitimately, Jim.
Legitimately, like
and
literally.
I'm like the guest that they bring out.
Yes. Molly's like a character
the
on SNL
movie
now.
guy.
Yes,
like the freaking movie guy when they're like, "Oh, what movies have you seen?" He's like, "Well, there's this movie, but I haven't even seen it, but I think it's about this."
Yeah. Isn't it?
I'm literally that person.
Isn't it Stefan who Bill Hader plays?
No, Stefan is something different.
He's like the drama.
No,
he's
you're
like
thinking
the
of that
tabloid
other
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This is the guy that I don't know what his real name is in real life. It's Bad Bunny's cousin that plays it.
Wait, Bad Bunny's cousin?
Do you know they're cousins?
Bad Bunny has a cousin?
It's Bad Bunny's cousin. It's the guy from SNL.
Like
which
the
one?
stand-up comedian?
I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot of guys
I'm not
on
playing
SNL.
that game.
Comedian.
I'm just guessing who's going to be Bad Bunny's cousin. So why don't you go ahead and continue?
No, they were in the new Happy Gilmore movie together.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm not going to make a guess. Ryan can look it up. Who it is.
Anyways, other things that are going on in the Olympics. Oh, yesterday I was watching the one where I honestly don't even know what the sport's called. It's the one where they were injecting themselves with acid, right?
Yes, in certain parts, yes. That was alpine skiing. Alpine skiing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now I can't remember if it was men's or women's that I was watching last night. But they I think it was men's. So the cheaters. So they had, in more ways than one probably, allegedly. But they, all of a sudden it started snowing. It started snowing during it. And then they ended up, they were going into the third round and they ended up calling it off because it was too dangerous for them to be doing it. So I thought that was interesting.
Okay. Anything else you got for us?
Did you see that?
I did not see that at all, honestly.
I got one thing I'm following that Molly has, and I'm very much Molly's sort of updates in this with my thing. Go ahead.
Last one. Jake Paul's girlfriend. I apologize for calling her that. I just literally don't know what her name is.
Yes.
She's really freaking good at speed skating or whatever her sport is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her good. I saw that she might be getting, or that she could get $1 million endorsement from Nike just because you know how they all take off they unzip as soon as they're done, so that suit must be super uncomfortable because they all do it.
She's a speed skater,
let their
right?
hair out and everything. Yeah, she's a speed skater. So as soon as because they wear that super tight suit.
Yep.
So she right away they unzip, And like the other day, she was wearing like a Nike sports bra. So then there was I saw something that said that she could get like $1 million endorsement from Nike just because it's like says Nike on her bra. So I thought that was fascinating.
Okay. Her name is
cool?
Jutta Leerdam. I think that's how you say that. She's a Dutch speed skating champion. Yeah. If you're Dutch, you're from the Netherlands, right? That's how that works. I'm pretty sure. I got an A in health class. I wasn't very good at anything else. But yeah, Jutta Leerdam. So you're mentioning her, and then you also mentioned Bad Bunny's cousin is Marcelo Hernandez from SNL.
Yeah, really? That's his name. I couldn't remember what his name was.
Apparently, yeah. I didn't know
hilarious.
this.
I told you.
Yeah, he's he's like one of the only people who I like on SNL these days, if I'm being honest.
He's got a good stand. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen clips of his stand-up on Netflix.
I had no clue that they were cousins. That's wild. That's an actual pop culture update.
Too much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. That is too much talent in one family. I'll tell you that. No, so the one that I had is, let's see here, Elena Myers-Taylor, 41, and Kaylee Humphries, yes, 40, secured gold and bronze medals Monday night in the bobsled.
Yep.
And the interesting part is one of them, Myers-Taylor, has 2 sons and has built on her record as the black athlete with the most Olympic medals in Winter Games history, gold and 3 silvers and 2 bronze. And then Humphries, the other person, gave birth to her son in 2024. She has 3 Olympic medals, 3 Olympic gold medals and 2 bronze medals, and she was going through at the 2022. I'm trying to think here. She was going through IVF treatments, and she was like breastfeeding and doing all this stuff like right before the actual
2022 Olympics.
Before this, yes.
Wow.
Yes. So like she's been working through all this for a long time. So they're both new moms-ish and both Olympic gold medalists.
Yeah, it's crazy to
and
win.
I believe one of their sons is also, I think, deaf because I saw the father doing sign language to him. So just 2 remarkable women who took home gold over the weekend, and their story just keeps on getting better.
Yeah, 41 to be winning Olympic gold medals in no disrespect to Matt Hamilton's sport of curling, but like if there was a sport where it wasn't the most athleticism based, if you were 41, like if it was golf and you were winning like a gold medal, it's like okay. But like 41, I assume bobsled seems like you got to have a lot of like physical endurance and strength and athleticism. That's
they run
crazy.
a really far way.
Yes, and you're pushing a bobsled that's like 200. I think it's like 200 pounds.
The monobob is what they call it. Yeah.
I think okay. So I might be thinking of like the 4-person bobsled. I don't know how much the monobob weighs.
And so she actually supports she supports and raises advocacy for Gigi's Playhouse because she has 2 sons with special needs. Nico, 5, has Down syndrome and bilateral hearing loss, and then Noah is 3 and has bilateral hearing loss.
A monobob weighs approximately 357 pounds. Jeez. A women's monobob. Oh my gosh.
But then her children, 3 and 5, and she's training to win, and then she wins a gold medal.
Yeah, that's wild. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
That's crazy.
Yes. Okay. So yes, just amazing. Good job, Molly. That was actually a pretty good pop culture minute.
It was a pretty good update. Yeah, I did not know about the Ilya, the figure skating thing. I didn't know that was a controversy.
And I didn't know Bad Bunny's cousin was on SNL.
Yes, which not really.
This brings so much value to this show.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, honestly, NBC should sponsor this segment because you just you promoted SNL, you promoted the Olympics, you promoted Bad Bunny's halftime performance on NBC. Molly, do you work?
Just renewed my Peacock subscription today. Actually,
they should fire Al Michaels and put you in there on Thursday. Oh no, that's Amazon. Dang it.
He
used to be
Mike Tirico.
Yeah, but he's on NBC now. But I thought Al Michaels was still on NBC. That's not the case anymore. Okay.
So why would they fire Al Michaels and not Mike Tirico?
Molly,
Did Mike Tirico basically take his job?
I was great in health class. All right, I wasn't great in many other things. All right.
We know, Ryan. We've heard.
Yes, emphasis on the education side.
It's on his Tinder profile now. I aced sex ed
in 8th grade.
Not so much the lab work, more the study work. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Vote for Jim, Matt, and Molly as Madison's best radio team every day this month at MadisonMagazine.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Love is in the air this February at Metro Ford of Madison. And if you're ready for a relationship that can handle anything, meet the 2025 Bronco Sport. Right now, get 3.9% APR for 66 months, just $16.86 per thousand finance, plus $1,000 retail bonus cash. Or lease a Bronco Sport for just $319 a month with 10% down. But don't wait. This sweetheart of a deal ends March 2nd. Find your one true love today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
Listen to Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on 100.5 ESPN.
There's a lot of things that the Green Bay Packers need to be better at. We have to stop looking at special teams as something we just got to avoid. Oh, just don't fumble. Oh, we need a new philosophy. Maybe Rich is going to do that. I don't know.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love ZOA Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a ZOA Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Vote for Jim, Matt, and Molly as Madison's best radio team every day this month at MadisonMagazine.com.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Primetime Lorisheim in the Everlight Solar Studio. Molly Brown at the WTMJ studios in Milwaukee. And it is time to throw some stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, I don't have a stone to throw today necessarily, but there's something that Shaquille O'Neal said on Sportsmanlike this morning that we need to react to. Because there's been a lot of people asking what the Bucks should do with Giannis. We spent basically an entire week asking it on their show. He apparently reaffirmed his commitment to the Bucks over the All-Star weekend, but then also said, hey, if I can't win a championship here, I want to go somewhere else. He's saying a lot of the same things, but Shaquille O'Neal had a pretty novel new idea that I had not heard about before for what the Bucks should do to keep Giannis and make it work out here in Milwaukee. Here's what he had to say on Sportsmanlike this morning.
Shaq, what would you do if you were Giannis right now?
Tell Milwaukee to pay me a Supermax and give me 10% of the team so I can stay. If not, I'm out.
That is currently not legal within the NBA. Do you think it should be in terms of players should get percentages of teams as active players?
Not legal, but, there's loopholes.
Yep. Side deals?
Yeah, ways to make it happen, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think the NBA is looking into that one, that's for sure.
Loophole.com.
We're talking with Shaq. The big loophole. We haven't heard you use that nickname.
There you go.
Maybe Kawhi's new nickname could be the big loophole, potentially. We're talking with Shaq, of course, 4-time champion, Hall of Famer. Lily's is where he's working with Lily.com.
With the idea for Giannis Antetokounmpo. If this were possible for the Bucks, suspend disbelief and the idea of the Bucks trying to pull a Kawhi with the tree.com, whatever that was. If the Bucks could do this, would you want them to do it, Molly?
Okay, so what is the benefit of it? Like, call me stupid, but like him getting 10%, then what? He just gets to be more of a GM? He already is a GM of this team.
Yeah.
Like, what else does he get?
It's really just saying that you would go above and beyond to keep Giannis in Milwaukee no matter what, which I guess I already know your opinion on that, so maybe I shouldn't have asked you. But what did you think about just Shaq's idea in general? What do you think about Shaq just even throwing this out there?
I mean, I get it, but like I think what he's essentially saying is like there's like, no, you either give Giannis everything or he's gone. And, like, at this point, if you give him everything, your team's cooked. Like, this team is cooked. Like, if Giannis is on this roster, this team is cooked. I don't get how people can say anything besides that. Like, this isn't, I don't know. Like, to me, Giannis has played GM. It was fun playing house. You don't know how to do it. You didn't do it right. You, as well as all the other players that have come before you that have tried to be a GM when you just need to be a player, didn't work out right. Move on. Bye.
All right, Jim.
Right?
Yes. Jim, I think I know your answer to this too.
Yeah. You got two choices. Do you want Giannis to be here and be your hometown guy and have the career of Dirk Nowitzki, who got one title, and he got it later in life? Or do you want the opportunity for both you and Giannis to be winners?
But what if
they're mutually exclusive?
But what if he went down in Bucks history as the big loophole? Was the man who changed the way the NBA works because players can get equity stakes in their teams.
What does that do for you?
Nothing. It doesn't help anything at all. But it changes his legacy. He would be one of the more pivotal players in NBA history if this were to happen. You could say that.
Why are we saying like it's a thing?
I mean, Shaq put it out there. Shaq looks like he's a guy who really thought about this take ahead of time. Look at him. He's wearing like his Blade Wesley Snipe glasses when he's on Sportsmanlike in the morning. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it before, but you should watch this clip that we're playing on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream because Shaq truly does just look like he rolled out of bed at 7 a.m. or whatever time they had him on Sportsmanlike.
I don't blame him.
No, NBA. What is it? NBA? Oh my God! What's, NBA? No, not NBA. What's Inside the NBA.
Yes.
Inside the NBA, I think still starts at like 10 p.m. like Central Time nowadays. So I mean, I don't blame him for being a little tired.
Did you guys watch the All-Star games this weekend?
I enjoyed it.
We talked about it yesterday.
Basketball. That's
Wait,
that was good.
Can I throw another?
I fell asleep during the game though.
Which one?
Yeah. Technically.
I made it through the first one of which I didn't realize there was 3 teams. I literally thought it was World versus USA.
Yeah.
I was shocked when it was Stripes that showed up with all the vets. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So I I've made it through World versus Stars when Wemby was crushing it.
He crushed it
and
in
then I
both
fell asleep in
games.
the next game.
He crushed it in his last game too. He was outstanding. I missed the first game, but I caught two. I didn't catch the Stars versus Stripes, so I caught the two in the middle out of the four.
I didn't catch a single one of the games. The game
I
or the
enjoyed
games
it.
within it.
I mentioned before I texted one
I
of our
missed the
teammates.
I missed the 3-point contest because I didn't. Well, one.
Would you say you missed it,
Why
or
did
you just
everything
didn't watch it?
No, I missed it. Because I didn't realize it was all happening so early. Stuff literally started at 4 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
That's 2 o'clock LA time. What are we doing? Did we just want to get this out of the way so everybody at the All-Star Weekend could go party? What happened?
Unfortunately, I think this was a symptom of NBC having the All-Star Weekend as well as the Olympics, is that they were so prioritizing that Olympics in prime time at 7 p.m. spot. So they just moved all the All-Star game up 2 or 3 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah,
so,
that explains why I was making dinner. I was getting dinner ready at 5 o'clock, and I'm like,
because didn't the All-Star game start?
Before it was on.
Started
I missed
at 4.
the first game. Yeah.
Started at 4.
I missed the first game. I was getting burgers ready and seasoning them and everything, and I was like, what?
Like Molly said, West Coast time, 2 p.m. The All-Star game starts. That's crazy.
Also crazy.
The dunk contest sucks.
Yes, that just needs to be put to sleep.
It was bad.
Yeah, unfortunately.
R.I.P. I think the last good one was what was it? Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon.
Yes, that was
almost 10 years ago. That was probably the last best one.
I think I was definitely still in college when that happened because they went back-to-back years and it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah.
And then it was rigged, and then Aaron Gordon quit.
That's right. Oh my gosh, yeah, Dwayne Wade just gave him that horrific score, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he come out and admit that he messed up the dunk contest? Maybe this is Dwayne Wade's fault.
I think so.
It's all because of Dwayne Wade that the dunk contest
It's been
stinks.
bad for a while. Levine and Gordon saved it for a little bit, but it's been... They're just all dunked out. Like I said yesterday, bump it up to 11 feet or 12 feet or something. Do something different.
Would you guys want to see Wemby in the dunk contest?
No. He's too tall.
But what if he was dunking on a 15-foot hoop?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
His ankles are too skinny that I'd be scared he would break his ankle.
That's true, actually.
That's my fear when I watch him.
He does look very fragile.
I think that's the Spurs' fear, too. That's not just
But he's
your
actually
fear.
pretty dang strong.
Yes.
Did you see that? He went to...
He's gained a lot of muscle.
He has, but he, joined the... was a monk for a little bit?
During the offseason, he went to Southeast Asia. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's went full Jim Carrey in When Nature Calls and was just a monk for a little bit.
I mean, he's 19. That's typically around the time you would go out and just travel the world for a little while.
It's remarkable. Good for him. I was just blown away. That's just...
Did you just find out about this? Or?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Jim's just catching up.
I am. I did not know. Also, catching everyone up. This is just weird. So it's good for Stones, and then we'll get the break here. Did you guys, MLB Executive Director Tony Clark resigned?
So he resigned today?
Yes. But Jeff Passan, here's the tweet from Jeff Passan. MLBPA Executive Director Tony Clark, each sentence is going to get weirder, resigned after an internal investigation revealed. Do you want to make a guess?
I believe I saw what it was. I don't want to guess.
Molly, do you want to guess?
No, mine is inappropriate.
Well, so is his. He had inappropriate relationship with his sister-in-law, who had been hired by the union in 2023.
Everything about that is wrong. Everything about that sounds, everything about that sounds just like...
So I said every word gets weirder.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe that.
Because they say, don't, bleep where you eat, but this is a double bleep.
Yeah, what's it called when you...
Yeah.
I'm not going to make the joke. We'll skip it.
Say it.
No, I don't think I can. I don't know if I'm allowed to.
So don't
say it. I don't think I'm allowed to.
Say it to Molly during the break.
Yeah, that would
Jim,
be
Matt,
better.
Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I wasn't sure if I could afford college, and my family couldn't help me. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found financial support beyond tuition. Even fuel, transportation, and technology has been covered. It's incredible that I'll be able to graduate debt-free. My advice to others, don't let financial barriers stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started. prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 2 locations right here in Madison. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
Ready to escape a Wisconsin winter? Well, Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is offering up some serious vacay vibes this February. Starting at 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 28, 24 winners will each select luggage containing a cash prize up to $5,000. At 5 p.m., one grand prize winner will receive $20,000 for an ultimate vacation getaway. You can earn entries every day in February. Next stop, Sunshine. Turn daydreams into departures at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
On the talk and text line, John E. chimes in. Clown take to say the Bucks can't go anywhere with Giannis on the roster.
Clown take to think that they can.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. This roster that's around Giannis right now, what are we talking about?
I agree. I think it is Pollyanna and foolish and dumb to think that this front office, who has ran the roster into the ground around Giannis, can then magically build a roster around Giannis.
What do you mean? They got Usman Deg and Cam Thomas. We're back to title contenders.
Right. And
you didn't see what they did? Won 5 of 6 going into the All-Star break. Jim.
And neither one of those guys are on the team next year, I believe, under contract.
Not yet. Not until they take a hometown discount to stay with the Bucks.
Yeah, well-known hometown.
And I thought
guys.
Giannis didn't want to scratch and claw his way into the playoffs, but yet we're getting excited because they might make the play-in.
Right. And Boston,
what are we
Jason
talking
Tatum's
about?
practicing with the G League team. He'll probably be back for the playoffs.
He's a G League player, if you
And
ask
they've
me.
been incredible even without him.
Right, yeah.
Look, none of this is here, neither here nor there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the Packers. The Bucks aren't winning anything with Giannis. It's mutually exclusive. Nope. I'll die on that hill.
I think the only way they'd have a hope is if they did it in 3 years. They tank this year, get a top 3 pick, and that pick ends up being like a Hall of Fame level player.
But
that's all.
Giannis doesn't want to take. Giannis will go hard in every single game. He'll show up to every single game.
And that is the problem. Is that
the Packers keep on doing it. The Bucks are currently working themselves towards the worst case scenario.
Yes,
they're going to be a play-in. They're going to lose, and then they have a trash pick.
Yes, and unfortunately,
you know what else I'm thinking? Is after I heard Giannis talking at the All-Star break, how he feels 100% and all the things, this could get worse for the Bucks if Giannis gets hurt. because he's had, I don't know, 5 calf strains.
Yeah, no, that is truly like worst case scenario for everyone involved. There's nothing that good that comes out of that.
Yeah.
It is more,
and it could happen. I'm not trying to put it out into the ether. I'm just saying that is literally a thing that could happen.
We saw
and
it
a reason why the Bucks should have gotten rid of Giannis when they could have.
And it doesn't even have to be that injury. It could be any injury that lingers into the offseason. Now what do you do?
It hurts his trade value. It hurts whether other players would want to come to Milwaukee.
Johnny and others seem to forget you're also paying Dame Lillard a starter salary not to be here
$22.5 million
for the next few years.
5 years.
So that's just a whole ass starter that's just not on the team. So yes, Ryan, if the Bucks can have a horseshoe shoved up their behind and somehow luck their way into a star young player who can immediately contribute and still fit into Giannis' timeline, because we all know bigs age really well. So that'll be good.
It's going to be easy, Jim. Horse got this.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got
in
John
horse we trust.
Yeah.
Horseshoe, some might call it.
That's not a word there. Crap. Horse crap. That's what I think. Crap. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.